Nigel Farage blamed a violent left-wing mob for the nasty incident in Barnsley this morning. Nigel Farage has admitted he has to think twice about every election campaign event amid rising violence towards him. A mob threw cement at the Reform UK Ieader as his battle bus toured the South Yorkshire town on Tuesday. And Mr Farage fears he would have been hospitalised if he'd got off the bus. The Brexit champion said physical attacks are the next stage of a cancel culture by a violent left-wing mob hoping to silence him. Asked what could happen if the violence continues to rise, Mr Farage told the Daily Express, "That's the worry. In my case, I'm having to think twice about what I do. I've been doing this forever, as you know, I've been doing this forever. And there have been incidents over the years. This was just an attempt to shut me down. What do I do? If I give in to these people, who the hell else is going to stand up? I'm sometimes brave to the point of total stupidity. I'm very worried about it. I'm genuinely very, very thoughtful about it. But I'm not going to stop. My modus operandi may have to change." A 28-year-old man was arrested for throwing wet cement at Mr Farage as he waved to crowds in Barnsley. A man in a red hoodie could be seen shouting from a worksite below, before reaching into a bucket and throwing something else, which also missed. Workmen appeared to then haul the man from the site and he ran off, before police officers tackled him. It comes after Victoria Thomas Bowen, 25, was charged with assault by beating and criminal damage when a milkshake was thrown over Mr Farage as he left the Moon and Starfish Wetherspoons pub in Clacton-on-Sea in Essex on Tuesday last week. The Brexit champion had been on the top deck of Reform UK's battle bus when he came under fire in Barnsley. And he told journalists that South Yorkshire police had warned him not to get off the bus during the campaign event. He said, "It was pretty nasty in Barnsley. The police did tip us off very early that would not be a very good idea. A mob came along. Protest is allowed. Protest is part of the democratic process. Protest does not involve chucking cement towards me, or even stones at the bus. That is violent protest. You might agree with me or disagree with me, that's fine. I don't mind if someone shouts something rude at me in the street, I will probably shout it back. But when it comes to violence, that actually poses a threat to the entire democratic process. That was pretty nasty this morning. Had I got off this bus, I would probably be in hospital. That's how nasty this is." Mr Farage joined Tory turncoat Lee Anderson in Ashfield on Tuesday, where he was accompanied by 4 private security guards. But asked if his presence on the campaign trail could lead to more attacks, or candidates refusing to meet the public, Mr Farage said it is too early to tell. He added, "It's too early to tell. I think you could have written off what happened in Clacton as a one-off, but when you saw what was posted online after Clacton, on that organisation's site, this was a celebratory thing. Then when you had what you had today, I need time to absorb that. The whole point of democracy is you can have very, very vigorous disagreements. But there has to be a line. The last couple of days have crossed that line." Asked if he is expecting it on every visit, Mr Farage admitted, "I'm very worried about it. I'm not scared off. I'm worried about it, who wouldn't be? I had cement thrown at me. It's very difficult to talk to people who don't want to listen. Very few of them came from Barnsley. Mostly from Surrey and Cheshire. That's the normal thing for all these protests. I worry we're producing people in universities who don't know what critical thinking is. They just believe in one particular set of views and anyone who disagrees is evil." Mr Farage added, "I was always more controversial because I always challenged the status quo. Brexit, someone who wants to leave the European Union or even have an honest debate about immigration. It's funny, because when it happened before, they all thought it was okay. Even funny. I'm very thoughtful, but I'm not going to stop.